And if I'm the fucking outcast like Big Boy and Free Stack, I still block out the feedback. Talk to him. Fresh, talk to him. Fresh, talk to him. Fresh, talk to him.
Love is for lovers and old men who know when to fold and go home, but nobody told you you should find someone to trust when you're dumb and young. You're dumb and young. Love is for lovers and old
Check.
men who know when to
Check.
go home.
Try this here. Check. Make sure you guys can actually hear me, okay? How's it going? Happy Friday. Hope you're doing very well. I'm just getting set up here and ready to roll with a new topic for you this Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a great week. Hope if you're in Colorado, hope you're enjoying the beautiful spring weather. We're getting out here. Let you guys kind of join in here. My name is Connor Doobie. I come to you each and every single Friday at 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Well, sometimes 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Sometimes I'm a few minutes late, but I'm also running sales all day long. So sometimes sales calls go a little late, but I'm here. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you with the tools, the strategy, the mentality, the resources that you need to be successful at this game that we call digital marketing. All things digital marketing. And I have a really cool topic that I'm going to run through you guys today. Real quick, before I dive in, do me one favor. One tiny thing. Two tiny things. If this video, if this feed, if this live stream brought you any value whatsoever, please make sure you give it a little like, drop a comment below, drop any questions you have below, and if you're really feeling generous and you love me, then share the post. That really helps with reach, helps get the information in the hands of other people. I come here at no cost to you guys. I'm not selling you anything. I have nothing to do but empower you with sales and marketing. And if it brought you any value, very little thing you can do is engage a little bit. It's super duper helpful. By the way, you want to come see me speak live in Denver. I will be speaking for the Denver Startup Grind group. That'll be April 17th. I put a link above in here that you can register. If you're watching this and you're listening, promo code Doobie, Doobie 50, Doobie 50. I think that's right. Doobie 50. If it's not, let me know. You can drop a comment. Doobie 50, and you'll get 50% off of your ticket for that live event. Would love to meet you. If we haven't met in person before, would love to do that. Okay, so today's topic, very excited. Today's topic is all about, wait, let me get the circle of life. Cue, what's his name in The Lion King? Someone drop it below if you know. Holding up the lion. Wait, I need to get this one. When did they get to the circle of life? You're gonna have to hang in till we get there. Where is it? When do they say the circle of life in the song? Alright, we'll just go with the vibes for another minute. So, Today I want to talk to you about the circle of life of sales and marketing, how this works. People seem to have this misconception about digital sales and marketing, about when I say sales and marketing, I mean driving sales from social media marketing. And people seem to think that it kind of looks like this, right? Like it's you do X, you do Y, you do Z. Here's social media, and then you just keep pumping in using this process. But in reality, digital sales and marketing looks much more like this, right? It's think of the natural world. The digital world is no different. It's a living, it's a breathing organism. Social media is a living, breathing, organic organism, even though it may not seem like it. And anything organic in life goes in cycles like this, goes in rotation. So that's what I'm going to touch on today is what that means, how you can take advantage of that, how to go about leveraging that and using that for marketing your business, for marketing, growing your sales. I've been doing this thing since I was 7. I've been a salesman since I was 7 years old. I started my first business at the age of 7. I've been really passionate about this. And so I want to help you guys get this into place. Okay, I'm going to stop blabbing now, and I'm going to dive into the first circle of life. Where do I want to start? That's the question, is where do I want to start? There's a lot to cover. So let's start with intention, right? I think that's important in doing any of this, is what is your intention in leveraging digital sales and marketing? What are you trying to accomplish? Is it to obtain more clients, which I think that's going to be the major focal point of this, is sales, revenue, clients, prospects. So let's say our intention here is sales, okay? Well, in the circle of life, we got to understand where sales fall into that loop, right? Now, in order to get sales, to obtain sales from social media, hopefully this mic is positioned okay. I'm actually not wearing my sports coat today. You need leads. Okay, let's talk about leads versus prospects for a quick second. So, a lead is somebody who has reached out to you from your social media efforts. Maybe you're somewhere in this, remember this drawing here? Maybe you're somewhere in this rotation, and we're going to start off with a lead. A lead is the starting place where somebody DMs you, they fill out a form, they opt in somewhere, they make a micro purchase from you. And so a lead is someone who has expressed interest in what you do, in your product or your service. A prospect, just to clarify this, people think everybody out there is a lead, right? They think, well, Connor is a good fit for my product and service, so he must be a lead. It's not the case. I am not a lead until I have expressed explicit interest in your product and service. But before that point, I am a prospect. So when we're talking about intention, you need to first assess what is the opportunity out there so you can understand how the circle of life of digital marketing plays a role in your current activities. What are you doing now? Where do you need to be tomorrow? So prospect, hasn't expressed interest. I may be a prospect because I'm a good fit for your product or service, but I haven't expressed interest yet. I haven't converted to a lead. This is our thing that we want to funnel from social media, is leads. You're not going to sell. If you're selling, we're going to focus on high dollar sales, okay? That's our focus for today, is high dollar product and service sales. So our intention is to get leads, and you're not going to sell something on social media. So get that out of your head right now. Social media is not there for you to just go to social media and sell people. Social selling, just because it has the word selling in it, does not mean going to social and selling people. We want to generate leads from social media because leads are what converts into sales. So our intention is to get a lead to a sale. And if you're kind of lost right now, just understand, I'll circle back on the circle of life, like how this plays a role in everything, how this is all encompassing in your activities. But right now we're just kind of talking, we're going to start off with leads, okay? So how do we convert a lead to a sale? Well, first it's got to peak with interest. It's got to start off with some sort of interest in your product or service. Now, our intention from social media, instead of selling, is to get this interest offline. And so many of you out there are desperately trying to sell more products and services. And I'm going to touch on that, actually. I think it's really important. Sales process is really, really important, especially when the leads are coming from social media. It's a different type of lead. It's a different type of sale than if you meet somebody at a conference, you meet somebody at a trade show, at a networking event, whatever the channel is, email marketing, maybe they came in from your website as an SEO lead. Social media lead is different. And usually this is gonna happen in your DMs/inbox. Okay, every day I get messages on LinkedIn. Hey, I see what you're doing. I see the content you're putting out, which we'll talk about here in just a second. I see the content you're putting out. I see what you're doing. I see the messaging on your profile. So I'm interested, okay? I need help with what it is that you are talking about or what it is that you're doing. So it's going to start here directly on DM in inbox. Now, your initial intent, your initial thing you're going to try to do from this point is you're going to try to sell this person. So they express interest in you, and you're going to go off and send a paragraph or send several sentences about, oh yeah, that sounds great. You know, we're the best XYZ in the market, and we do XYZ, and I'm happy to help you, and it's all talking about you. Don't do this. Your intention is to get them offline, so you should immediately go for, hopefully you can see this okay, I think you can. Go for a consultation. If you don't want to sell higher dollar products and services, if you don't want to make more money, don't follow this process. This is not the right process for you. Keep doing what you're doing. Sell people on social. But for those of you that want to do more deals, you want to do higher dollar deals, stop trying to pitch people off the bat. Get them into a consultation. And by doing that, you're simply, well, I'll walk you through the process after you get them into a consultation, after you get them into a meeting. But at that point, we're not going to sell to them. We're going to qualify them. So let me dive into that here in just a sec. Let me just get some space here. And guys, remember, we're talking about the circle of life of sales and marketing. All right, so you're at this phase in the process. You've got someone to pique interest in you. They're interested in your product or service. Instead of trying to sell to them, we're going to simply just get them offline at this point. We're simply just going to offer up a time and a day. Specifically, remember, this is happening in your inbox, right in your DMs. The old adage of sliding into the DMs, I don't know if it's an old adage, but the adage of slide into the DMs, it's relevant for sales too, is we want to get your prospects to slide on in to your DMs and make it easy for them. So we want to just offer up a time/date. We're just simply trying to get them either into a call, or if you sell regionally, you sell locally, into an in-person meeting. Now, the first thing that this person is going to do when you are meeting is they're going to try to, first off, ask you, what's the price of this? What's the cost? Okay? If you're selling a high dollar product and service, everything you do is custom, even if it's not. You see what I'm saying? So instead of just giving up the boat, hey, what does this cost? You need to qualify them because they have expressed interest. They're reaching out to you. You haven't so much as hunted them down. That's why I say these are different than cold calls. These are different than other types of, email marketing like lead generation campaigns. So the way you go about that is just simply, hey, yeah, I'm happy to put together some pricing for you. Happy to get you more details on this. Happy to give you more details on what we do. In order for me to get you the best information, mind if I ask you a few questions? Okay? I'm not going to get too much into this. Maybe I'll do another session on sales qualifying and consulting and converting a lead, or converting from sale to from consultation to qualification to proposal to closing. I'll do another session on that. But I want you to have this in mind, is stop trying to pitch, stop trying to just immediately sell one off your social media prospects. You're going to lose them. And you're going to miss higher dollar sales. If you can close the gap, actually, my friend Keenan has a great book on this. I'm not going to pull it up right now. Jim Keenan, great book, gap selling, right? It's basically closing the gap between somebody's pains that they have and closing the gap on on your solution, right? So pain, people more talk about benefits and features. You're going to start talking more about pain rather than benefits and features. Whew, I can't talk today. So we got a lead, right? We got a lead. Okay, got them to a consult. Now, remember I said marketing, social media marketing doesn't look like it's not like this. It's not a rigid activity. It's a full circle ecosystem. It's an organic ecosystem. Take a quick sip here. By the way, if you like these videos, you like these live streams, tiny favor, do me a small favor, give it a like, drop a comment, drop your questions. I'll be monitoring this stuff for you here each and every week. No cost to you to help you with this. Okay. So a lead starts with a lead. It could start anywhere in the process, but we're kicking this off with a lead. Starts with a lead, goes to a consult where you get insight. Okay? Now, here's where people get really hung up. Content marketing, social selling and social media marketing, that's where I was going at. Social media marketing relies on content to fuel the efforts. Remember, there's 4 key components to this, which is your messaging, your engagement, your content, and consistency. These 4 things have to be in place to drive sales from social media. So content is a huge proponent of this, but a lot of people get really hung up on, what do I talk about? How do I produce content? And people see me, I have something going out almost every single day. And it took me a while to understand that you don't need to be creative, and you don't have to have a bunch of ideas of what to talk about. Take these leads that you're getting in the consultation, understand what insights you can pull from that. What problems do they have? What are their pains? What are their challenges? What do they stand to lose if they don't implement what it is that you do? And take this insight and turn this in to content. So I take the challenges that a prospect will tell me in a consultation. This is why I'm a huge fan of the consultation method, not just being a salesy a-hole, consulting, qualifying, and turning those insights into content, whether it's video, and I've done lots of content on content, whether it's video, whether you do it in a podcast, whether you write articles on it, put it into memes. There's a lot of different ways that you can take these insights, convert them into content, use that as fertilizer for your social media efforts, and then it goes right back here, right? So it's a complete closed loop ecosystem. I just want to make sure I hit on the points I wanted to touch on here. Yeah. So, lead, consult, insight, content, and then close the gap. So this keeps your momentum going instead of having to guess. Make sure you refer back to my other videos where we talk about like engagement. Engagement here kind of funnels into the middle of this. I more use these as my own visuals to keep track of what I'm talking about, so this may look like gobbledygook, but hopefully you get the concepts of what I'm talking about. It's very easy, and it's not rocket science, and there is no hacks, there is no secret sauce, there is no silver bullet. There's no silver bullet to social media marketing. It's very simple. Starts with content. Use that. Use your messaging on your profiles. Funnel leads in. Get them into consultation. Create insight and turn that into content. This is some of the stuff that we're probably going to be talking about in my speaking gig that I have coming up here on April 17th. So if you want to come to that, first off, love to meet you in person. And you can just register at the link above. That'll be here in a couple weeks. And we're going to dive more into this, more in like fireside chat format. So also, give this a like. If you have any questions on this, drop them below. I have a little bit of lag here. I got my phone over here and computer here, so I'll probably not be able to catch your questions till after the fact. Hey, Jessica, by the way, if you're an alpha female, go follow Jessica and check out what she's doing. I'll be host for her event in June, I believe, but she has one tomorrow, Saturday. So go to her page, register for that. If you're an alpha male, alpha female, you consider yourself a high performer and you want to get yourself around other high performers, then make sure you register for that event. Again, guys, really appreciate it. I'm here each and every Friday to bring these videos to you, no cost to you, but would really appreciate your love. Your feedback is really helpful. And I will see you on the other side. I'm going to try and end this feed here. Okay.